Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the academic procession. Please be seated. Good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2025 commencement ceremony for the degree recipients of the bachelor's degree conducted by the University of Buffalo, the State University of New York in partnership with the SIM, with Singapore Institute of Management. To begin the ceremony, it is my privilege to introduce the distinguished members of our platform party. Starting from the extreme left side of the stage, second row, we have Dr. Kevin McKelvey, Resident Director, SIMUB Program, University at Buffalo. At your extreme left side of the stage, first row, we have Mr. Wei Lun Leong, Director, International Alumni and Affinity Group Engagement, University at Buffalo. Professor Jared Alstad, Department of Geography, University at Buffalo. Professor Mark Frank, Department of Communication, University at Buffalo. Professor Ananth Iyer, Dean, School of Management, University at Buffalo. Dr. Lim Kim Ying, Dean, Academic Division, SIM Global Education. And Professor Satish Tripathi, President, University at Buffalo. At your extreme right, second row, we have Professor Sarah Ford, Department of Sociology, University at Buffalo. Ms. Candice Pagoda, Assistant Resident Director, SIMUB Program, University at Buffalo. At your extreme right, first row, we have Ms. Shireen Militia, Director, Overseas and Intercultural Programs, University at Buffalo. Ms. Hayley King, Director, Higher Education, SIM Global Education. Professor Deborah Street, Professor, Department of Sociology, College of Arts and Sciences, University at Buffalo. Professor Kemper Lewis, Dean, School of Engineering and Applied Sciences, University at Buffalo. Professor Nojin Kwek, Vice Provost for International Education, University at Buffalo. And Professor Wei Kwok Kee, President and Chief Executive Officer, SIM. I would now like to invite Professor Wei Kwok Kee, President and Chief Executive Officer, SIM, to deliver the welcome address. Professor Wei, please.
Professor Satish Tripathi, President, University at Buffalo, the State University of New York, distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the SIM University at Buffalo, the State University of New York Commencement 2025. Firstly, congratulations to all our graduates on reaching this significant milestone. Today is not only a celebration of your hard work, but a tribute to your resilience in the face of challenges. Your dedications have brought you here, and now you stand ready to begin the next chapter of your journey. As you move forward, remember that this achievement is not yours alone. It is also shared with those who have supported you along the way, so be sure to thank them when you get the chance. This year marked the 21st year of successful partnership with University at Buffalo, and also formerly known to us as UB. We are honored to collaborate with one of New York leading public university, ranked among the top 40 in the United States. UB is also ranked among the top 5 US university for industry, innovation, and infrastructure, demonstrating a strong commitment to excellence and innovation, value that we proudly share at SIM. Since starting in 2004 with just 50 students, we have grown significantly, offering a wide range of programs and empowering nearly 7,000 alumni to access world-class educations without leaving our shore. Thanks to the synergy between the American educational approach and our local pedagogical context, a high number of students earn Nadine honors each year. This cohort is no exception, as more than 73% of you have achieved this distinction. The rigorous curriculum and supportive educational system provided by both SIM and UB have enabled our graduates to consistently perform well in their examinations. Graduates, know that your graduation is not just the conclusion of one chapter, but the exciting beginning of another. As you embark on your career, there are 3 key thoughts that I would like to share with you. Firstly, never stop learning. With today's workforce constantly evolving, continuous skill development is crucial for your success. According to the Future of Jobs 2025 report published by the World Economic Forum, 39% of the existing skill sets will transform or become outdated by 2030, with 170 million new jobs created and 92 million made obsolete. To thrive in this changing landscape, I urge you to embrace lifelong learning, actively upskill, and take full responsibility for your professional growth. Stay adaptable and open to new opportunity so that you can continue to evolve alongside the job market. As a lifelong learning institution, SIM is committed to support your professional development. We offer a variety of micro-credentials courses designed to strengthen key skills such as problem solving, project management, and strategic leadership. These courses equip you with practical competencies that are highly valued in today's rapidly changing job market. Earning these credentials not only broaden your expertise, but also enhance your resume by demonstrating competency in industrial-specific skill, which will enhance your employability. Secondly, stay resilient. Where you start does not define your potential. In your career, setback and rejections are something that inevitable, but they do not define you. It is your response to these challenges that shape your path. Therefore, embrace these challenges, take risks, and learn from mistakes. Every experience, no matter how difficult, is an opportunity to grow and move closer to success. Finally, strive to uphold ethics and integrity in all that you do. As you progress in your career, you might face ethical challenges. Remember, integrity builds trust, and trust is the foundation of every successful relationship. Stay true to your value and make choices you are proud of, knowing that your reputation is sharpened by the consistent ethical conduct. As you embark on your professional journey, rest assured that SIM and UB will be here to support you every step of the way. To support your transition into workforce, we have Career Sense, an all-in-one AI-powered applications that connects you with career services, guidance, and opportunity. Career Sense uses the VIPS profiling feature. VIPS stands for value, interest, personality, and skill to provide holistic and personalized job recommendation. It is currently the only career app that fully integrates these four elements together, unlike others that use VIPS as separate assessment. Most importantly, Career Sense helps you take confident, informed steps towards achieving your career's goal. As alumni, you will receive updates on the latest news and events and gain access to a wide range of career support programs that will help you to build your essential skill. If you have not tried the Career Sense app yet, I encourage you to download it today. While the road ahead will have challenges, I urge you to celebrate the small wins and embrace endless possibility that lies ahead as you step into this exciting new chapter. Be bold to take daring steps, seize every opportunity with enthusiasm, and never stop pursuing knowledge and growth to learn for life and try for life. Last but not least, stay connected with us at SIM and UB. We look forward to supporting you as you continue to grow and learn. May your path ahead be filled with adventure, fulfillment, and success. Once again, my warmest congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Wei. I now invite Professor Satish Tripathi, President of the University of Buffalo, to deliver the commencement address.
Good morning and greetings. It is wonderful to be back in Singapore and back at the Singapore Institute of Management for this highly anticipated day. I would like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to President Wei Kwa Ki as well as the entire SIM community for welcoming our UB delegation from Buffalo. In turn, it gives me great pleasure to welcome all the friends and family here with us for this joyous occasion. We're delighted you could join us to celebrate your loved one for reaching this milestone. I speak for all of us at the University at Buffalo when I say we are every bit as excited as you are to rejoice in your graduates' accomplishments. With that, allow me to offer my heartfelt congratulations to the Singapore Institute Management UB Class of 2025. Graduates, as you mark today and turn your thoughts to the next chapter, allow me to share something that Nelson Mandela once told a group of students. Education, he said, is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. It is a simple yet bold declaration. And it is one that I hope you will carry with you as you determine the future you will paint for yourself. How has UBSIM prepared you for this moment? If we have done our jobs, your UB education has put you in the center of a lively marketplace of ideas. Here, you have been trained to think critically rather than accepting what you are told at face value. You have been tasked with prizing inquiry, research-based evidence, and truth over speculation and assumptions. In keeping with our university mission, you have been emboldened to create, to innovate, to pursue new knowledge. No doubt the skills and attributes you have refined in UB's program at SIM will serve you in your chosen career. But I would argue that they transcend professional development and workforce success. By holding fast to principles of reason and integrity, you truly have as Mandela said, the means to change the world. Again, a bold statement. But history, UB's bold history, bears this out. From UB's founding as a private medical school to our evolution as a premier public research university, a succession of groundbreaking research and scholarship has punctuated UB's timeline. The pacemaker, the heel pick test for screening newborns, the identification of microbes that can break down forever chemicals, smart concrete, all of these discoveries and so many others were made at UB. What's more, each and every day, the global alumni community you are about to join is expanding upon this profound legacy of impact. Your fellow alumni have exposed corporate deception in the tobacco industry and uncovered toxic level of lead in the American city's water supply. They have decided landmark court cases, documented the wars in Gaza and Ukraine, and built bridges between the literary worlds of the East and the West. They are founders and CEOs of the companies and nonprofits to contribute to the economic development and social prosperity. They include the biologist who led the first team to sequence the human genome, one of the first researchers to connect periodontal disease to diabetes, and the chemist who discovered the AZT could be used to treat HIV. As wide-ranging as these accomplishments are, they share a compelling common denominator. In contributing meaningfully to the local and global communities that UB serves, they uphold our mission of excellence and impact. Now, as you graduate from UBSIM, you become the newest standard bearers of this mission. Those of us gathered today, along with your global UB family, greatly look forward to seeing how you will take what you have learned at UBSIM and apply it for the greater good. To conclude, please allow me to once again congratulate the UBSIM class of 2025.
Thank you, President Tripathi. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to invite Professor Deborah Street, Professor, Department of Sociology, College of Arts and Sciences, University at Buffalo, to deliver the congratulatory message on behalf of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Greetings to the esteemed platform party, family and friends in the audience, but most especially to everyone marking their graduation from the State University of New York at Buffalo today. I am so pleased to be here with colleagues and students in the grand hall of our host institution, the Singapore Institute of Management. On behalf of the College of Arts and Sciences at the home campus, I convey heartfelt congratulations to our graduating students and their families and friends. I know you graduates appreciate the people who have guided your undergraduate studies, the faculty and staff who have served as your teachers and mentors as you have earned your degrees. Special thanks are also owed to the families and friends of today's graduates who have encouraged and supported their studies. Too often these quiet heroes in our personal lives are taken for granted, but not today. So I'm going to ask the graduates to stand up and applaud their parents and friends to thank them for their contribution to their studies. Up. Turn to face your parents. Thank you. Our commencement celebration marks a special milestone in your lives. The pomp and circumstance music you heard as we were processing in, the academic robes that we wear, and the seriousness of this occasion, I encourage each of you to relish the moment. You should be very proud of yourselves. Today's College of Arts and Sciences graduates have studied geographic information science, international trade, sociology, and communication. Similar to their home campus counterparts, our Singapore-based students have pursued double majors and even double degrees, participated in student-led clubs and extracurricular activities, and studied abroad. I have fallen in love with Singapore and Singaporeans, but most especially our UB students, since I've been coming here regularly since 2009. I first learned about Singapore informally through interactions with my neighbors in the HDB estate at Serangoon Avenue 4, where I stayed in my first visit to Singapore. Then I learned from first and subsequent batches of students, and finally, more formally from books, reading about Singapore's history. In fact, the first book I read about Singapore was by founding father Lee Kuan Yew, who wrote proudly of Singapore's striving people who moved the country from third world to first in barely more than a generation. The upcoming 60th anniversary of Singapore's independence is an accomplishment that was only made possible due to the sacrifices and hard work of people who came before, your grandparents and parents, who built this amazing country so you could have better lives. The title of Lee Kuan Yew's book, From Third World to First, begs a question for your generation. Once a country is first, what is left to accomplish? As the recent pandemic and the many uncertainties of the world have taught us, what remains after first is figuring out how to move to next. It means your generation has important and challenging work to do, not simply to improve your own life circumstances, but to work to make the world a better place for everyone. The preceding generations here today who are celebrating your graduation have created a strong national foundation to build upon. In the 60 years that Singapore has been an independent country, most of the easy problems have already been solved. You can tell that simply by looking around at this quite magical island and meeting its wonderful people. UB graduates are inheriting this wonderful place, but not without some strings attached. What is next for your generation is to meet the remaining unmet challenges, recognizing that only wicked problems are left to be resolved. It's going to be hard work. In a world that is grappling with climate change, poverty, and international conflict, surely it is not an impossible task for UB graduates to contribute to making the entire world safer and friendlier for everyone. UB students may not fully realize it yet, but with open minds and boundless creativity, you have the skills, knowledge, and habits of critical thinking that you gained as UB students that you can apply to your postgraduate lives to make your country, and by extension the world, a better place. How do you do that? You start by using your education to do one small thing well, and then keep doing that over and over and over again over your lifetimes. Some simple advice about how to meet the challenges of becoming next. Work hard, but don't forget the importance of leisure and play to fully experience your humanity. Be nice to people. Treat your families and strangers as kindly and thoughtfully as you treat your friends. Practice kindness. When you have any choice at all, being kind is never the wrong choice. Believe in yourselves. Believe that by working together, you will make a better future. And finally, know that the most patriotic gift you can give your wonderful country is to think carefully and critically about its future. Your country is such a gift to your generation, you can reciprocate by becoming thoughtful and generous citizens of the world. That is the best way UB graduates can pay their gifts forward. I'm extending a warm invitation to SIM graduates to consider pursuit of post-baccalaureate degrees at the home campus in Buffalo. Of course, we offer snow instead of equatorial weather, but we also offer a broad array of disciplines and subjects to build upon your undergraduate work here at SIM-UB. You will find engaged teachers and accomplished mentors there as well. And in congratulating you, I must also thank our graduates for making UB part of your preparation for the future. It's really hard to convey to you graduates just how much joy I have experienced learning alongside so many smart and hardworking young people. That is the joy of teaching here at SIMUB. I have been honored to be a small part of your own intellectual journeys. And because I know you, I'm absolutely convinced that our skilled and thoughtful UB graduates will create a better future. Congratulations on your commencement and best wishes for continued academic and professional success as you continue on your path of lifelong learning and embark on the next exciting stages of your lives. We can't wait to see all of the wonderful things that you're going to accomplish.
Thank you, Professor Street. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to invite Professor Nojin Quek, Vice Provost for the International Education, University at Buffalo, to deliver his remarks.
Class of 2025, wow, congratulations. You did it, and we are so proud of you. I would like to also welcome parents, grandparents, families, and friends of our graduates. You have done so much to make this day possible. Thank you. At this time, let me take a moment to recognize our wonderful colleagues at SIM and UBSIM, who spent so many days and months preparing for today's ceremony in ways big and small. In particular, I'd like to thank UBSIM Resident Director Dr. Kevin McKelvey, Assistant Director Candice Pagoda, Academic Advisor Winnie Chen, and Hamza bin Baharum, who I know are absolutely dedicated to the success of each of you. Class of 2025, after years of hard work, you are now graduating. Think about yourself when you started, and then think about yourself now. Your college years, college journey in between, I'm very certain, has definitely made you become more mature, more responsible, and more capable young adults. You should be proud, so are we. In fact, this pursuit of betterment will continue and continue. We all try to improve our performance in various facets of our life, whether it's about studying a subject, at work, in our relationships with others, when playing sports and video games, when making TikTok videos, among many others. How can you get better today than yesterday and better tomorrow than today? I want to share one magic answer to that question, which comes from social cognitive theory. The theory asks that the very question, how can you reach the next level, enhancing critical skills, acquiring important behaviors, and mastering challenging tasks? What's the magic answer? It's you believing in yourself. As some of you may know, this is a concept of self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is to believe in yourself that you will ace a particular task or reach a particular goal even before you try that out. You trust yourself, you encourage yourself, you even love yourself. You become your best motivator. Research shows that people with high self-efficacy are more likely to succeed in life than those who doubt their abilities and their skills. If you believe in you, you are more likely to achieve something that at first appears impossible. In particular, in the midst of a difficult moment, when things aren't going well, you don't need to be your fierce critic. You don't need to be hard on you. You want to be the person who lifts yourself up. I think it's very important to be intentional about believing in yourself. So every morning, you look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, the person in the mirror, that you are handsome, and you are beautiful, and you're awesome, and you don't worry at all. You can do anything. And once in a while, if you happen to meet your friends and others, your parents, your grandparents, who doubt about themselves, tell them that they are awesome, they are beautiful, there's nothing they cannot achieve. You can make self-efficacy contagious. Graduation marks a recognition and celebration of obtaining your hard-earned degree. I talked to several of your professors and advisors and asked them about you. What I heard was as follows. You are motivated, smart, stars, hardworking, respectful, know how to party, great writers, thinkers, and leaders. By any measure, your past years at UBSI were amazing and a great success. But you know what? Your best is still what comes next. As BTS reminded us about a couple years ago, your best is yet to come. Your best moment is yet to come. So be prepared, be confident, and grab your success. All of us at UB will cheer for you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Vice Provost Quek. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to invite Professor Street to begin the conferral ceremony for the graduates of the Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts degrees.
Baccalaureate degrees authorized by the State University of New York Board of Trustees will now be conferred. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Geographic Information Science and Bachelor of Arts in International Trade, Sociology, and Communication degrees please stand and remain at their seats? President Tripathi, by the authority of the trustees and the Chancellor of the State University of New York and the Council and the faculty of the University at Buffalo, I now confer upon you the Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts degrees, with all the rights and privilege thereto pertaining.
By the authority of the trustees and the Chancellor of the State University of New York and the Council and the faculty of the University at Buffalo, I now confer upon you the Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts degrees with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining. You may now move your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations.
Oh, God. I'm just going to scream that.
The graduates will now be presented by Ms. Shireen Militia. Please be seated.
President Tripathi, I will now present to you the graduates upon whom you have conferred the degree of Bachelor of Science in Geographic Information Science. For the Bachelor of Science in Geographic Information Science degree, Aniko O. Chia Hui. Cho Cho Kyo Kat. Chum Zikang Marcus, also known as Chum Zikang Marcus. Ethan Tan Yuan Zi. Joseph Cheng Yue Chin, Zhuang Yue Zhen. Lim Wei Ji. Muhammad Shahir bin Mazlinan. Bo Cheong Yi. Rachel Ng Bing En. Sim Zheng Xiang, Shen Jingxiang. Tai Bin Fen Fenny, Vignavel, son of Krishnan, and finally, Yu Yuan Lu Patrina. This concludes my presentation of the recipients of the Bachelor of Science in Geographic Information Science degree. Let us give a round of applause to the graduates who have just been presented. President Tripathi, I will now present to you the graduates upon whom you have conferred the degree of Bachelor of Arts in International Trade. For the Bachelor of Arts in International Trade degree, Rajaj Saisha, Jajar Singh, Maheshwaran, son of Selvathurai, Padipati Minal Bhavana, Sivasami Sivaharish, Tan Singyen Martin, and finally, Thangavel Sri Nitesh. This concludes my presentation of the recipients of the Bachelor of Arts in International Trade degree. Let us give a round of applause to graduates who have just been presented. President Tripathi, I will now present to you the graduates upon whom you have conferred the degree of the Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. For the Bachelor of Arts in Sociology degree, Atrio Banerjee, Brian Chang Yi, C. Prisha Nair, Zhong Zi Wei, Chao Rui Yi, Christian C. Xue En, Chua Wen Min, Felicia Go Yi Xuan, Fredericks Sarisha Gemma, Go Chi Yi, Gunasilan Blessy Sharon, Joining us, Hazira binti Muhammad Ibrahim. Congratulations. Ho Shu Xian. Ishwariya Gopalakrishnan. Jane Marceline Idea Jeffrey. Jonathan Kwet Chin Kang. Joy Fu. Jude Flavian Francis. Kiao Wen Sheng Matthias. Ko Wei Ting Alina. Lao Chi Lin Guri. Li Heng Yi. Lester Ong Yu Xuan. Lim Si Hui Mei. Lim Yilin Jerlin. Lim Yong Jie Edwin. Lim Yong Ying. Lisa Gyam Ji Ling. Lo Hui Hong. Lo Shu Juan Kimberly. Lutfia Inshira binti Muhammad Effendi. Madhubita, daughter of Rajendran. Marissa Lim Yi Tsin. Max Go Jian Hong. Mojica Sofia Francesca Garcia. Muhammad Khairi bin Kamali. Ng Xiaolong Aldrin. Nuha Rukaya Jiva. Nur Adila binti Muhammad Harun. Nur Akila binti Safal. Nur Liana binti Khairul Anwar. Nurul Jana binti Zulkifli. Nusha Dakshini. O Kai Shuan Isabel. Ong Ying Sin. Baek Dong Heng. Pu Tazin Mo. Po Teng Ying Stephanie. Pun Man Yi. Rachel Liu Man Yi. Liao Min Yi. Shannon Tan Swan En. Sharma Nya Satyakam. Sim Hui Wen Vera. Stephanie Chu Hui En. Sin Lim. Lin Sydney. Tammy Ng Lin Ern. Tan Xuan Mun. Day Wen Yi Yvette. Zheng Wan Yi. Dio Zi Chia. Tia Puja, daughter of Kumaran. Wang Xingar, Celeste. Wu Jin Ling. And finally, Yusitra Rani. This concludes my presentation of recipients of the Bachelor of Arts in Sociology degree. Let us give a round of applause to the graduates who have just been presented. Preston Tripathi, I will now present to you the graduates upon whom you have conferred the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Communication. For the Bachelor of Arts in Communication degree, Aaron Fernandez Ku Sin Wei. Adeline Tan Wan Ning. Alexis Michaela Teo Kai Rui. Annabelle Marie Thien. Ang Jiamin Hong Jiamin. Arleth Jerry Regidor Vergara. Ashley Kong Yu Ling. Chai Yi Xuan Cheryl. Chan Si Ting Joy. Cheng Wayne. Chrislyn Yap Jing Yi. Chua Sing Ling Karina. Chua Sin Yi. Claire Lim Yi Swan. Clarice Tan. D. Guzman Enrico Recto. Dhiren Chandiran Nair. Dixit Ishita. Elise Yo Sing Yi, Yang Sin Ni. Elena Jennifer Lim Lee Fin. Emmanuel Louis Lee Yong Hui. Ethane May Arcibaldino. Evangeline Ding Sin Yu. Ferlin Sung Jia Xuan. Florence Ki Shu Ying. Gabrielle Lee Mei Hui. Genevieve Xia. Go Yu Xian Esther. Guan Si Yi Sophia. Heng Ponrath. Jeremiah Tan Zi Ming. Jovina Poon. Kalisa Maria binti Muhammad Raihan. Ku Wan Qing, Chu Wan Qing. Ko Jae Lin. Lai Wen. Lam Jia Wen Ryan. Lam Zi Hui Esther. Liddell Ong Yen. Li Shui Wen. Liao Yongxiang. Lim Hui Ming. Lim Pei Xuan Carlin. Lim Ching Ya Vera. Lim Wan Yi Rice. Lim Yu Sin Joey. Lo Ji Ning Jerlin. Mahmuda Shafika binti Faisal. Marcus Fu Sheng Yao. Marcus Tan Ting Chao, Chen Ding Chao. Marielle Hermasura Matalubos. Megan Ning. Nadia Hannah O. Nandini Gunasekaran. Neo Kai En Nicole. Jia Chi Vicky. New Ta Uyen Lin. Nur Ali Adriana binti Nur Ashidi. Nur Ashura binti Muhammad Ishak. Nur Fuada binti Patuan. Nurul Hana binti Faisal Wahyuni. O Jaen Beatrice. Rebecca Yim Lai Ting, Yan Li Ting. Ray An Ng. Russell Tan. Saktiva Malvika Kaur. Sarah Lee Jasmy. Sarah Liana binti Muhammad Aidit. Sarah C. Sarah To Wei Ying. Sit Xian Zi Sean. Shauna Tristia Lai Ying Sin. Shayin Gil Flores Winfred. Sherry Tan Sin Wei. Siobhan Li Yan Yi. Li Xin Yan. Shivangi Tiwari. Seng Jiayi Cheryl. Sun Hui Chin. Steffi Adila binti Muhammad Ismadi. Shafiq Akil bin Shamshir Alam. Dan Jie Xuan Jesslyn. Dan Ming Hui. Dan Siyi Annabelle. Te Kai Shuang Jolin. Zheng Kai Xuan. Teo Tin Yi. Victoria Wong Jia Li. Wong Wei Ting Jocelyn. Wang Wenjie Joseph. Yo Shu Qing. And finally, Zanice Tay. This concludes my presentation of the recipients of the Bachelor of Arts in Communication degree. Let us give a round of applause to graduates who have just been presented.
We shall now present awards to individual graduates who have excelled in their studies. It is now my pleasure to invite Professor Street to present the SIM UB Awards for Academic Excellence in the Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts degrees. These awards are presented to the students who have demonstrated academic excellence in the program. The winner of the SIM UB Award for Academic Excellence in the Bachelor of Science in Geographic Information Science degree is Mr. Sim Cheng Xiang. The winner of the SIM UB Award for Academic Excellence in the Bachelor of Science Business Administration degree and Bachelor of Arts International Trade degree is Mr. Josh Andre Gandaputra. Mr. Gandaputra is graduating with a double degree and will be receiving his award at the session later this afternoon. The winner of the SIM UB Award for Academic Excellence in the Bachelor of Arts in Sociology degree is Mr. Brian Chang Yi. The winner of the SIM UB Award for Academic Excellence in the Bachelor of Arts in Communication degree is Ms. Lin Ching Ya Vera. Thank you, Professor Street, for giving away the awards. Congratulations to all award winners. We shall now present the Student Research Showcase Award. This award is presented in recognition of outstanding undergraduate research featured in the 2025 Student Research Showcase, which is open to all SIMUB students, whether continuing or graduating. This year's award recipient is a team of 6 exceptional undergraduate students majoring in communication, whose collaborative project stood out for its depth, innovation, and scholarly merit. It is now my pleasure to invite Vice Provost Quek to present the Student Research Showcase Award winner. We are proud to recognize the following students for their exemplary contribution. Ms. Claudia Kee Bey Swan. Ms. Juanita Andrew. Muhammad Shafiq bin Muhammad Ali. Ms. M. Dashini Naidu. Mr. Joshua Chong Zi Yong. And Mr. Lo Zhen Seng Ashley. Thank you, Vice Provost Quek, for giving away the award. Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to invite the valedictorian of the class of 2025, Ms. Lim Ching Ya Vera, to offer her remarks.
Professor Satish Tripathi, President, University at Buffalo, the State University of New York. Professor Wei Kwok Kee, President and Chief Executive Officer, SIM. Distinguished guests, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. The biggest lesson I learned in SIMUB was strangely not the communication theories we studied. It was the function of education itself, to make you, you. I used to think that a university education was solely for getting a job, or that's what I learned from my internship supervisors during my gap year after junior college. That perspective began to shape the way I saw university. Would understanding sociological ideas like Marxism or conflict theory help me land a high-paying communications job? Probably not. But could a high GPA in those modules get me there? Maybe. I think most of us came into SIMUB with that same perspective. Why else would we rush this much to finish our capstone assignments, or study this hard to ace Prof. Blick's notoriously hard theory exams? A year later, that view crashed on me like a house of cards. Curled up in a cafe along Bukit Timah Road with a cup of latte in hand, I put out the first Honours College Colloquium text, Excellent Sheet by William D. Research. A couple of lines stopped me in my tracks. Education should make you question everything you thought you knew about yourself. Most of what you come across in college will inevitably fade from memory. What's left over? Precisely, is you. I spat out my latte. That line challenged everything I thought I knew. My metaphorical academic house of cards. My GPA, which I worked so hard to maintain. My competitive summer internship with Publicis Group, which I fought tooth and nail with NUS students to secure. And my research work with Dr. Kenton Anderson, which kept me up longer than any class I had took. It was difficult to accept that all these achievements might one day fade away, but it was comforting to know that these experiences would shape me into the person I am today. That moment challenged me to look beyond GPA as the sole measure of success. I stopped studying only for work and began pursuing opportunities like UB Bound, which offered me classes that aligned with my love for theatre. I began helping friends learn content instead of trying to stay ahead, because kindness need not be lost in the cutthroat world. We can succeed together. To the SIM UB class of 2025, I urge you, let us see our degree beyond the paper to our next jobs. Let us see it as the sum of our experiences in SIM UB, the critical thoughts that we had with professors in class, the friendships we nurtured, and the opportunities we embraced to discover ourselves. That way, it will be us, unique, resourceful, and tenacious individuals that will open doors and achieve great things. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Lim. I now invite Mr. Wei Lun Leong, Director, International Alumni and Affinity Group Engagement, University at Buffalo, to deliver the alumni address. Mr. Leong, please.
Graduates, family and friends of the class of 2025, congratulations on this important achievement. This day finally came. On behalf of the University of Buffalo Alumni Association and the Office of Alumni Engagement, it is my honor to welcome you to the family of over 300,000 University of Buffalo alumni living in over 150 countries around the world. Over the past few years here in Singapore or at UB, you've studied and worked hard, you've made friends, had new experiences, and you've grown in many ways. You might be thinking, my days as a UB student is finally over. Well, whether it's continuing the friendships, seeking mentorships, career advice, or opportunities, the Office of Alumni Engagement is here to help to ensure that UB will always be a part of you forever. Please keep UB in your heart and your mind. And again, I offer my congratulations to all of you and all the very best in your future endeavors. Happy graduation.
Thank you, Mr. Leong. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the end of the commencement ceremony. On behalf of SIM and the University of Buffalo, I would like to congratulate all graduates. As we celebrate your success, let us not forget the people who have walked this arduous journey of learning with you, encouraging and supporting you along the way. Today, as you don your academic regalia, they are the ones who are the most proud of you. May I now request for graduates to rise. Turn and face your parents, relatives, and friends, and let us put our hands together to show our appreciation to your family and loved ones. Graduates, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the commencement ceremony. We thank you for celebrating this special occasion with us. Please join us for some light refreshments served at the atrium on level 2. The members of the academic procession will now take their leave, and the graduates are invited to join the procession. Would the audience please stand and remain standing until the academic procession has left the hall? Thank you.